No. Stop. Why does it keep doing this? It keeps bringing up my... Really? Stop it. No, I don't want to stop streaming. I just want you to not bring up my stupid... Ah! Hello. Let me bring up my thing. It kept bringing up the keyboard for me to type in the middle of... I don't know. Hi! Hold on, let me get up here. Hi. I didn't say that. I said I wasn't going live for runes because I didn't get a chance to I'm not ready to do the rune yet. Because I've had to literally knock myself out every day until today so that I wasn't itching. And plus, we really needed to do a Wichipalooza live so we can talk about Witchipalooza and start the planning meetings and stuff. So we really needed this anyway, so it kind of fits and goes really well. It's not that I wasn't feeling well, so... Oh, and then I put a thing on that you can't really see. All right, you can kind of see, right? That's so much better already. This is like half a day of my stupid cream stuff. But, so hi everyone. I'm so happy you are here. You are thinking about coming in, hopefully to come in. If you are thinking about coming to Wichipalooza, this is the video to watch because we're going to talk about what we do there, all that kind of stuff. I went to the dermatologist today, so I might as well say it. Oops, see, now I'm itching again. I don't think Peter got that part. I told him to get that back there. Okay. I went to the dermatologist and they said eczema. And they said that it is like exacerbated when I get stuff like poison ivy. Or there has only been one because last year was supposed to be the second annual, but because of COVID, it got screwed up. Yes, so it's eczema, but they're terrible. Oh, really bad. Hold on. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to go make sure Peter's computer is unplugged. 1 second, because this is really bad. Hey, honey, I'm going to try to unplug your computer. It's operating really bad. I don't know if it's... Oh, it's not. Yeah. What else, stupid thing? What the hell? Like, no internet. Okay, is everybody here or no? Is it really bad still? Did it go away completely? Try and reset. It's better? Sure? Better. Okay. All right. Fingers crossed. Because if not, I'm going to reset the whole internet. Because sometimes it's the internet, the modem needs to be reset every day because of something or other. I don't know. This Spectrum guy told us, but okay. She got from the dermatologist, right? I know. No. Okay. I thought there was AOL dial-up sounds earlier. That's terrible. I know. It's some. There's something with our modem, our specific modem. The Spectrum guy was saying we have to reset it every day, reboot it every day, because otherwise something, there's a glitch in it or something. I don't know. So I reset it this morning, I think. Anyways, okay, Wichipalooza. There has been one Wichipalooza before. That was 2 years ago, because last year COVID started, and we just couldn't do it. So there's only been one. It actually wasn't called Wichipalooza at the time. We called it Tarot Stock, and then we decided to switch the name around because it's so much more than tarot. It's like a lot more than tarot. You have to reboot daily. I know. It's something in the actual modem itself. I'm trying to remember what he said, but of course I can't remember. I don't remember. So let me know, because if it gets bad, I will like reboot it, but we'll have to start on a different video too, probably. But I know I'm really excited too, guys, because I really am starting to finally feel like it's possible that this is going to happen. That it's very possible that this is really going to happen. I'm going to. You only found me after the first tarot stock happened. Really? How funny. I know it seems like it seems like so long ago some days, and then sometimes it seems like yesterday. It's weird. Yay, second vaccine. Okay, so that's the first thing I'm going to talk to you about. I will tell you that because we are going to be doing it in New York, right? This is my thing that I started 2 years ago. MDL is the official sponsor, and as a matter of fact, the event itself is going to be held at Scott and Cassie's house, which I'm not going to say over the public airwaves, but it is listed in the event now. So if you go into our Facebook page and go into the event, that is where the address is listed. So that's where it is. I'm going to tell you, though, because it's in New York, I am going to say, I'm not saying that if you don't get your vaccine, you can't come. However, I am saying that because it's in New York, keep in mind that we are a liberal state, and that Andrew Cuomo has been very, very up on the vaccine. He's shut down our borders several times. I would, if at all possible, if you have the opportunity to get the vaccine, please go get the vaccine, because we may get to Wichipalooza. It is, the dates for this are June 11th. It starts June 11th and goes until June 17th. So it starts on Friday, June 11th, and goes until June 17th. Now, everybody is saying that by then we should all have, all the normal people, everyone should have the opportunity to get their vaccine by then. So if you get the opportunity, please get it, because literally we are in a state that I can see very likely that Cuomo may say, you know what, if you haven't had the vaccine, you can't travel here. I certainly can see that happening, because he has shut down our borders several times, and the COVID thing, they're not messing around with it. So I would definitely try to get the vaccine. If you can't, then you can't. I understand that. But they are saying now, from what I understand, they are saying that everyone should have the ability, especially because, I hate to say this, but a lot of people who are eligible for the vaccine are not getting the vaccine, which is really sucks. So June 11th to the 17th. So it is a week-long event. I highly recommend that you stay for the entire week. There's going to be different classes throughout the week. We're going to be holding different events throughout the week. If you are a person that can only take off for the weekend or a long weekend or something, we'll take you for as long as we can get you. You know, I'm not going to say just because you can only be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can't come. That's okay. But you're going to miss a lot, because we are going to be doing a lot for the rest of the week too. Okay? So please try, if you can, try to plan on coming the entire week. Good. I'm going to tell you a little bit. First of all, the first Witchypalooza, which was called Tarot Stock, was done in 2019. We had a little over 20 people come from all over the country, and we had a wonderful time. It was better than I could have imagined. We did several different classes. We do stuff like, I'm going to take you to a flea market and give you tips on how to look at flea market stuff through witchy eyes, so that you can find stuff in your flea markets, in your Savers, in your, Goodwills, that that is witchy, because I teach you how to look at stuff differently, right? And me and Hexen and a lot of us now have learned. Hexen was as good as I was in the beginning, but yay! I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. Yes, field trips, field trips, field trips. 21 to be exact. Yay! Yes, thrifty witching, absolutely. I will tell you that anyone who comes, I do a Reiki 1 class for free. I'm not charging for that class. The Reiki 1 class is free for anyone who comes to Wichipalooza. That is something that I will say is not going to be an online thing, because I can't. I mean, I probably could. I've never tried to do that online, but it's not going to be, the online kind of stuff. But everyone who comes is eligible to do Reiki 1 for free. I will attune you. You'll get Reiki 1 for free. We are doing lots of different classes. I've had a couple different people sign up for classes. I want to make sure, if you're interested in doing a class, let me know. There is a post on the event page that talks about, if you want to do some kind of class, you can do reflexology. Awesome, Sonia. If you're going to be there, and here's the other thing. If you are planning on trying to do a class, please make sure you can come first. Let me know, like, hey, I would love to do a class. If I can come, that's okay. But if you're really, really planning on doing a class, please make sure that you're able to be there, because I don't want to say, okay, this person is going to do the class, and then they back out and they can't come. Okay? Yay! It must be nice to have some live classes on MDL's page. Yes. And we are going to try to, that's one of the things, I think I saw Doug here, and he was saying maybe he can help out with the online classes. We're going to look into, and we'll talk about it at the first planning meeting. Yes, this is for Witchypalooza. We're going to talk about it at the first planning meeting. We will see if we can maybe have the classes be online. It will have to be like, there'll be some people that are home that are willing to be there for moderation and stuff like that. Okay, so we'll work on that on the planning meetings. I'm going to start having planning meetings at least like twice a month. I'm thinking like every other Sunday until, the time of Witchypalooza. Okay. If you're interested in being on the planning committee, please say something in the event page for me or message me personally, and we will start talking about that. I'm going to say the first planning meeting is not going to be this Sunday because it's the Super Bowl. So we're going to skip this week, but the next Sunday, then we'll have the planning meeting next Sunday. And it probably will be on StreamYard. I'll give you all a link, and you can get to it through the link. Yes, post about hotels. Yes, I'm going to post about all that stuff in the event page. I'm going to start posting about the different hotel options, that kind of thing. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things if Boss Man is on here, that we want to talk about is getting a hold of some of the local hotels and maybe getting like group rates together or something. If you do not have a lot of money, this is why I did things this way. The event itself is going to be held at Cassie and Scott's house, which means if you bring a tent or a little camper or something, you are welcome to go camping and not have to pay for, the outdoor world. Where the events are going to be held right there. That's where we're going to be doing the classes. So I wanted to make it, that's why I did this the first time this way, is because I wanted to make it so that you don't have to make a lot of money to get here. I don't charge for these classes. Anybody who teaches the classes, please understand you're not going to get paid for the classes. This is just not my house. I just live here. if I say, let's go to Cassie's house, I'm saying, let's go there. I didn't mean you own it. We're figuring all that out. The toilet facilities and stuff. We're talking about getting porta potties and all that kind of stuff too. Where was I? Shoot, squirrel! You guys are squirreling. I'm squirreling because of you guys. Payment and knowledge. Exactly. Because I want to make sure that as many people that can come can come. This is not about making money for us. This is not about making money for me. This is not about making money for anybody who comes. It is about getting together with like-minded people. It's hard to find witches. It's hard to find pagans. It's hard to find people who believe in the connections of the universe that we believe in, right? And so I thought when I came up with this idea, I thought that it was a good idea to find each other and to have a gathering together. Like Woodstock, exactly. Yep, that's where Tarot Stock came from. And then we came up with Witchypalooza. So, bring a tent if you are able to camp out. Awesome. There are local hotels in the area that if camping is a bit too much for you, that's okay. There are local hotels that we can, certainly try to figure out a group rate or something and see if we can get a couple hotels as different options. What else? Okay, so we will be talking about a little bit more in the planning committee, but the first time at Tarot Stock, the theme for Tarot Stock was the elements. And so I had stations around my property for each of the elements that you could go and meditate about those elements. And we had teachings about all the elements. This one, I believe, the theme, I believe, is going to be pantheons. And I'm going to try to talk with Scott and Cass, and we're going to set up, and Kathy, we're going to set up, I would like to set up different stations for different pantheons. What does that mean? So the Greek pantheon, we'll talk about at the Greek center, we'll talk about Greek gods and goddesses, what their belief system is, how they go about doing their workings. Then we'll have an Egyptian pantheon. We'll talk about the Egyptian gods and goddesses, how they do their workings, what they celebrate. Then we'll have Roman. Then we'll have Celtic. Then we'll have, there's so many different pantheons. And obviously we're not going to do all of them. We won't be able to do all of them. But I thought it would be a good idea to introduce you to all the different pantheons and be able to look at all the different ones. Because I've heard so many people say to me, I don't have a deity yet because I'm not sure. I don't know who to gravitate to. I'm not sure what pantheon I should be looking at. And so that'll give you an introduction kind of to all the different pantheons. Not all of them, but a lot of the major pantheons, so that you can learn a little bit about them. And then some of our classes and stuff will be geared around looking at the different pantheons. We'll have some different Celtic ones. I thought of this because we were joking around. I posted these guys in kilts who were gorgeous. And we talked about, wouldn't it be cool to have them at Wichipalooza? I think Mikey may have said that. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, we should have guys in kilts at Wichipalooza. Hell yeah, we should have guys at kilts. So that way we can do, Celtic culture and the culture of the Celtic pagans and the gods and goddesses of the Celtic pagans and games. We can do like different Celtic games and stuff. Scully meditation, absolutely. Yes, for sure. At that video, I may definitely have done that. What else? I had so much in my little squirrel brain that is trying to get out. Different pantheons, definitely. Scully Meditations. The other thing is, if you're planning on coming, bring with you, last time we did kind of like a swap, like a pagan swap. Bring with you any witchy items that you aren't using anymore that you think maybe other people would like to use. And we kind of did a swap table where we were like, okay, this is the stuff I have. Let's, here, I have an extra Athame. I'll trade you that for, this tarot deck that you're not using. Or I have, herb kits, or I have whatever. Yes, absolutely. We definitely are going to have some kind of t-shirt thing or something for sure. We have to start talking about t-shirts and stuff too. My Ben will kilt. Yay! For sure. Now I'm totally got to like look into how to get group rates on kilts. Right? But yes, books. Yes, book swap shelf. That's awesome. Different tarot decks that you aren't using anymore, or you ended up with 2 copies somehow or whatever. Yep. Books that you're done with, for sure. Absolutely. Yes. yes, definitely. The swap table. Classes. So I've had several people step up to talk about wanting to do a class, which is awesome. I'm really excited about that. I, of course, have several classes in my head that I'm thinking I'm going to, did I ever find out about Dana? Yeah, a little bit. Dana, so here quickly, because I don't want to squirrel out on a million other things, okay? Dana is not doing very well. We don't know very much. I've only talked to her husband. She still has not ever gotten back to me in, 2 months. It's very frustrating because I know she's hurting and in pain. And if she's watching or listening, know that we love you. And it'd be great if you messaged me back. But she's not doing very well. So that's what I know. And then, we'll go on. I'll talk about Dana a little bit more on another video. But I want to try to focus on Wichipalooza, because there's a lot of information to get out in a short amount of time, right? Yes, fiber arts class. Ooh, that would be awesome for sure. I'd be attacking Mikey in a kilt. You guys are terrible. I heard Ben and was like, oh, hell no. Ben, you mean we can't get you in a kilt? Come on. I think it's a requirement for all the cute guys to be in kilts. Come on. Amanda, are you kidding me? You were trying to think of a class? If you're really interested in teaching a class, find like a really simple, now make sure it's simple, because like most people, not most people, a lot of people like me are less than stellar at our sewing skills. But you could figure out a project that we could do, a simple sewing project that was witchy to do, and you could teach us together. That's right, exactly. Yes. Sewing your own tarot bags. Yes, for sure. You can have me in a kilt. Yay! Hey, we love all our kilt wearers. Definitely. Yes. More than happy to create online PDF files with bits. Beautiful. I have some already from the not intentions class, the class that I did a while ago. So I have some material already, but absolutely, if you want to do that, that would be a big help. Absolutely. Magic and intention in each stitch. Hell yeah. Can you show sewing poppets? Oh, sewing poppets. That would be a great one. I would love to learn how to do that. Because I have a couple, that I find in my witchy travels. I have a couple little poppets, but I would love to be able to sew a quick one. You'd have to do it really basic, Amanda. I used to sew with a sewing machine way, way, way back in the day, but that was like a long, long time ago. Yes. Okay, so several different classes, several different field trips. Obviously, we're going to have field trips to MDL. I believe MDL is also going to have stuff set up at Wichipalooza itself, correct? I believe, like a table or something to that every day they'll have a different, I don't know, today is Crystal Point Day or something, and they'll have different stuff set up at Witchypalooza, I believe. So June 11th to June 17th, please, 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 if at all possible, try to, can we view Scott's Scully Museum? Oh, yes. We'll have to talk them into that, right? Apothecary, yes. Yes, 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 right? Scully meditation absolutely is going to be a class. Some kind of Scully sit down, introduction to Scully work and Scully meditation for sure. And that would definitely be a good one to do an online class, because that's an easy enough one to turn the camera on and be able to do a class, with the camera on right there. Perfect. How many came last time? We had a little over 20, Sonia, last time. And that was the first one. So I think people were kind of waiting to see how it went. And I will tell you, every single person who was there, I saw Jack came on. Ben and Bob were there. I'm trying to think, was anybody else there? Joseph, I didn't know you yet. I didn't know Amanda yet. I didn't know Court yet. Scully admission, very expensive. Oh, yeah, Hexen. And Hexen was there. So I think a lot of people, though, were waiting to hear how it would go. It was amazing. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I didn't even know Danny yet. Holy cow. Did I miss the portion of the questions that we're writing about surrounding witchy topics last year? That we were writing about surrounding witchy topics last year. I'm missing the question. I'm sorry, Kay. I knew you just didn't know me. And, oh, you knew me? You were watching me already? Aw, it's so cool. In order to see Scott's skulls, you must gift him a skull to add to the collection. That is the price you pay. That's good. It's when I was shy, Bob. Yes, I know. Funny. But if you talk to anyone who was there, one of the things I said to Mikey the other night, and I thought I hate to say it like this because you guys know me. I'm not a very toot your own horn kind of person. But I will say that everyone who came said, oh my gosh, Jen is just Jen. Like, I am this way when you meet me. This is me. This is how I am all the time. I don't try to put anything else out there like I'm somebody different or something, because I'm just not. But I think that is partly why it worked so well, because people knew what to expect. And then when they got there, that I was me. I wasn't somebody different. This is who I am. And so there wasn't any like awkwardness, or it was like we knew each other right away. And so thank you. You guys are going to make me all red and blushy now. Thank you. But I mean that because it's, I know it's kind of weird at first. She is not soft-spoken. Is alcohol allowed? Yes, Sonia, alcohol is allowed. Although I will say, there's a lot going on, so you don't want to plan on being drunk all the time. I'm not saying that you can't come and drink and have a good time. But don't miss all the cool stuff we're going to be doing. There's going to be a lot of on-the-go stuff, and you don't want to sleep through it in your tent, I promise you. The initiation. Yes, that was to follow the questions we studied. And yes, the initiation. Yes, we did not do the initiation yet. It hasn't seemed right yet. But trunk sewing is fun. Yeah, so what you're saying is we will be able to hear you across the field. Yes, I'm this loud all the time. This is just me. Ask my poor husband, who several times have come and stared me down in the middle of a video because I'm being too loud. But that is one of the things, though, that you don't have to feel weird about coming, because truly you do know me. I know I don't always know all of you, and I always feel bad because I know it was kind of like, oh shit, when people came, that was one of the things that I was worried about, is that everyone who knows me would feel bad that I didn't know them yet. But thankfully most people were pretty patient with me. So, I remember Jack was really nervous about coming and stuff because Jack came all by himself. It was great. And when they came, Jack and I hit it off wonderfully, and, we got along famously, and I still talk to Jack all the time, although not as much as I would like to, because things are always so busy. So don't feel like, you won't know anyone there or anything. We had several people that came, like, from around the country who came by themselves, like several people, and they had a great, fabulous time. Really, they really did. I was terrified to first meet you, then I was like, oh, it's just Jen. Exactly. I'm just me. You know me, I'm here. Exactly. Interesting as somebody talked about the afterlife in Norse mythology. I always get so confused about all the different places and names. Awesome. Yeah, because we'll definitely have a Norse section. What I'd like to do is have some information at each station. And so that you can look up some stuff on your own, that you can, there'll be some books there, hopefully, that you can read, and we'll figure out how to do this on your own. And then, we'll have discussions on each of the pantheons and what they're about in the classes. That is true for all of us. We won't recognize everyone's profile picture, right? Exactly. And I have to say, with masks, it's harder, too. Because, we only see this for most people. And so it's funny, like Courtney, I knew Courtney for, 4 months before I saw her face. And then when I saw her Facebook pictures, I'm like, oh my gosh, she looks so different without a mask. Like, this is all I see. And then you see their whole face and you're like, oh, you're way different. So it's funny. It's definitely funny. After COVID isolation, I don't give a fuck about feeling weird about people. I know, right? It's like, please let me see people. Yes. Absolutely. I am feeling a little better. I got special steroid cream, so because of the bean. Give her a hug for us. Goal is to save enough from taxes to come up from Missouri. Yay! Oh, I hope so, Estelle. That would be awesome. Amanda, you can take Bob home for $1.38 in a McDonald's coupon. Everyone needs a name badge with their profile picture, right? With their profile picture with a mask on, though, so you totally can see. What's the mask policy? We will have to see. It depends, Mikey, on, where we're at with the vaccination, where we're at with the disease. That kind of thing, we'll have to kind of wait and see until a little bit closer, and then we'll see, what our state is looking like, what our country is looking like. We may still have to wear masks. I'm not going to lie and say, we'll be fine without them. We may still have to wear masks when we gather anyways. It's definitely a possibility. We might not. If enough of us are vaccinated at that time, then maybe we won't have to by then. I don't know. I can't say for sure. We'll kind of play it by ear and see what's going on. We need hats with our faces sewn on the back, right? I know. Yes. And the distancing isn't an issue in the field. Exactly. We can, and with my loud voice, we can certainly spread out in the field for classes, and you'll all be able to hear me, I promise. There will be no problems with hearing Mama Squirrel. Yes, for sure. And absolutely. And if you feel more comfortable being masked, then please, by all means, wear your mask. Don't feel like you can't wear it, for sure. If you feel more comfortable wearing it, if you have like an underlying issue, if you have an underlying thing, please feel free to wear it. It's okay. Masked but naked. Yeah, there you go. Skyclad with mask. So yes, there is Kellyanna is still undetermined. Yes, we are fingers crossed. It would be freaking amazing. Cassie and I are just chomping at the bit to sit around the drum circle with Kellyanna. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. We're going to sit. I'm sorry, but each side of Kellyanna is already spoken for. I'm sitting on one side. She's sitting on the other side. But how awesome. Like, we're going to have drum circle every night. So, yay. So exciting. A Sabbath workshop where we make something for nature for each one. That would be awesome. Awesome, for sure. What about signing some sort of promise not to cause trouble or immediate ousting? Sonia, I'm going to tell you, here's the thing. We're all adults. So I'm telling you right now that we are not going to have any problems. You do not want to be that person that is coming to, like, cause an issue. That would be really dumb on your part. Because, first of all, I will tell you, there's a lot of gun owners in our area. And there's a lot of big men. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going to really try. I can't promise, but I'm going to really try to have my son PJ there. I'm going to try to have my son Frankie there and maybe Joey. But PJ, I would like to have come to maybe do tattoos, but, we'll see. And just my boys alone, and then you have Scott, and, like, that would just be really dumb. It would not be a smart thing. It would be like being home. Exactly. Don't bring trouble. Yeah. Plus, you got us big Viking women. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Exactly. There will be no issues. And I'll tell you, again, there was no issues at Tarot Stock. There was one argument towards the end when most people were gone, and it was not, like, it wasn't an issue, really. There was like, girl arguments, not even girl fight. There was girl arguments where they, made each other feel bad, but it wasn't a big deal. We did have one other issue that my neighbor across the street, affectionately known as Chainsaw Man, got totally drunk and, like, came up and tried to solicit one of the tents. And my sons came out with, like, their swords. My son came out with the sword that's, like, as big as him. It was like 3:00 in the morning. My son came out with a sword as big as him, my son, my husband, and my oldest son, and stood there, and it was kind of funny. It was like, yeah, you're an idiot. Boy, did you pick the wrong house, douchebag. Yes. So yes, that was funny. Yeah, Chainsaw Man, totally drunk. It actually wasn't my neighbor. It was somebody that he had over. And then he apologized to us after. I'm really sorry about that. As in Chainsaw Massacre Man. No, if you watch some of my not earlier videos, but some of my videos where I'm outside at my Gram's house where I am, you'll hear all of a sudden a chainsaw going off. And I swear, every time I would go to record something outside or be outside and do a live, he would start up his fucking chainsaw. So I started calling him Chainsaw Man. Because, like, it seemed like every time I did anything, he would start, and I was like, really? Really? Right now you need to do it? Would you just see me start up? If you cause issues, you will be escorted out. That's right. Good time, no problems. And see, Kay remembers. Yeah, and I will say, I don't expect to have any problems, because truly, everybody who comes is like-minded. So, we all know each other now, right? It's been a long time now. It's not a short time, most of us, that have seen each other on here over and over and over. So I don't expect any problems. I'm not even going to put that out in the universe, because I really don't expect that. I can't tell you. The first Tarot Stock, I thought, oh, what if we do have problems? At the time, all 4 boys were living with me, so I knew there wouldn't be too many problems. But I thought, what if we do? Then there was nothing. There was nothing. We just were like, within an hour, we were like all family. So really, there is nothing to worry about, truly. I so hope that as many of you that can come are going to come. How much hitting went on when they were, oh, please. Sarana, literally 5-ish, it keeps going until they're like, I don't know. They still hit each other sometimes. Not in a big way, but, you know, they still mess around and wrestle and throw each other around. It lasts for a long, long time. I was getting in between them, Sarana, until they were at least older teenagers. When is it? June 11th through June 17th. If you're planning on coming, don't forget, we are in, it's going to be Medina, New York. You should plan on coming to either the Rochester or the Buffalo airport. Either one is okay. Sometimes the Buffalo airport is a little cheaper and stuff, so I will, you know, tell you go to both if you are coming through plane. And we will try to have, I'll try to have someone that is able to pick up people from both airports if we need to. Let us know ahead of time. You know, don't show up and call us at the time and be like, okay, here I am. Yes, you are welcome to drive for sure. I know, Claire. I know it is. And hopefully maybe by next year we can get more people from across the pond. Yes. I'll ask for that week off and get in the vaccine queue. Yay. Let's hope. Matthew and I will probably drive up. I totally see that. And a lot of people, we had a lot of people drive up from Georgia. Again, I am going to say that it would be great if some of you wanted to get together to carpool. We did have a couple people that like lived in Florida and picked somebody up in Georgia, I think, or lived in Florida and picked somebody else up that was in Florida to come up. We had somebody drive from Georgia. I want to say Kentucky. I can't remember. We had quite a few of the southern states represented, though, and they all drove up. So if you want to carpool or something, we can start a carpool thing to comment on in the event page. The event page is where I want you guys to start looking for information. I hope that a lot of you who are planning on coming are planning on at least showing up and, you know, saying you're there for the planning meetings. I'm going to post them in the events so that people can come if they want to help us with the planning. We really have a lot to plan for this now. We are working on it. We are putting together different classes. We have a lot. I have a lot of ideas. A lot of ideas. Beautiful. Great. That would be great. Speaking of food. So what we did in the first one was we said two things. One is you can bring your own food, or you can come up and have a little bit of extra money. And what we ended up doing is kind of pooling some of our money together, and we went grocery shopping and bought stuff like hot dogs and hamburgers. We had cookouts a lot. We bought cereal for the morning, so everybody could kind of gather around and have cereal. With that kind of thing. We will have a grill there. We're going to do a lot of cookout kind of stuff. We'll talk about it. Do you guys want to do like a dish to pass? Do you want to bring, food with you? Or do you want to go grocery shopping when you get there, chip in, we'll figure out how much, $50, $100, whatever for the week, however much it's going to be, depending on how many people are there, right? And we can just, eat together, cook together. We'll have to talk about, if you have specific Dietary concerns. You might want to consider bringing your own food or going shopping when you get here. We have grocery stores here too. Going shopping when you get here. Other than, like, I will tell you, I'm lactose intolerant, so I will have stuff there that doesn't have lactose in it because that's me. But if you're like a person that's really deathly allergic to peanuts or anything like that, please make sure you say that ahead of time, because especially something like that it is like a big problem. Make sure you let us know so that we can keep that away from you. So yes, so choices are: bring a tent, plan on sleeping outside with everyone. I would like to, last time we had a couple bigger tents, and so, if anybody didn't have a tent, I had a couple tents that people could gather together and do that. We had like 4 or 5 to a tent, to a bigger one. Not me so much. Yeah, exactly, Jackie, exactly. What's the weather like that time of year? Krista, good question. Hopefully by, the end of June, it will be warm. I'm expecting it to be wonderful no matter what. I would say no, do not bring your dog. They have 3 of their own dogs. So I would say no, unless you get special compensation from Boss Man himself. Do not bring your dog, because they have 3 of their own. And I know, like, Hunter is not a big fan of other doggies. And don't forget, this is their home. We are going to be staying at their home on their property. So we want to be as respectful as we can. Yes, absolutely. Then I do a reality check of myself. Scott said no dogs. That's about what I figured. How far from Buffalo? We're about an hour. An hour from Buffalo, about an hour from Rochester, both ways. We're about an hour in between. Hunter is my best friend. I know, I love Hunter. He's so good. I just love Hunter. Yes, exactly. Yes. Okay, any questions? I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that I wanted to make sure I went over. June 11th through the 17th. What, where, when? June 11th through the 17th. It's going to be in Medina, New York. It's halfway between Buffalo and Rochester. Basically, kind of. Little, yeah. Could someone magic in? Definitely. For sure. To separate. Any discussion groups for possibly bringing children? Yes, there are some discussion groups. Again, I would rather not have a bunch of kids, because there's going to be a lot of stuff that I want the adults to be able to do. If you cannot help but bring your kids, if there is a discussion group in there, there's been a couple people that have said yes, they would be willing to, like, I figured if there was other people bringing kids, if you guys want to all get together and say, hey, I'll take Thursday, babysitting everyone, and we can start figuring out activities and stuff for kids. If you want to, that's fine. But I need you guys to figure that out amongst yourselves. That's because that's a whole nother section. There is a post in the event page about it. Start talking about it amongst yourselves and see if there's other people bringing kids that they want to figure out. That would be great. Yes. Oh no. Am I off again? Successfully connected. Am I back? Am I? Still here. Okay. It was just my computer then. Good. I have, 2 boys, but they live here. Exactly. So we won't be kicking them out. Probably. All right. Beautiful. Then, not this coming up Sunday, but next Sunday, because this Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday. Next Sunday will be the first planning committee meeting. I would say like early evening, like 5 o'clock, something like that, would be a good time, hopefully. Oh, that's V-Day. That's Valentine's Day. Shit. Are you guys all planning on doing stuff for Valentine's Day? Do you still do that? What if we do it early, like noon, 1 o'clock? It's not gonna be a long one. It would be like an hour or so, maybe. Saturday the 13th. I always feel bad doing it on Saturdays, though, because the shop is open and Cass really can't be there, and we really want Cass and Scott to be able to be there, right? Yes, for celebrating V-Day. Oh, of course you are, Leolyn. I forgot. Let me get a barf bag. Leolyn, it's so cute. I love that you're in love. It's freaking awesome. I love it. Really. I love to pick on you about it, too, but I love it. Friday the 12th. Let me think about it. We'll talk about it. Yeah, maybe we can do it Friday or something. We'll talk about it. I'll talk about it with some of the admins and stuff, and we'll find a time where we can do it. Maybe we can do it a day at the shop or something. Maybe. Thursday after we're done packing or something. So I'll talk about it. I will post it in the Facebook group. If you're not in the Facebook group and you want to go to this and stuff, I really, really recommend getting on the Facebook group. If you are not in the Facebook group and you just are not going to do Facebook, but you want to come to Wichipalooza, feel free to email me. And put on there, hey Jen, this is about Wichipalooza, because I very often don't check all of my emails. I'll be honest with you. My email address is Jen Storelli, JenStorelli @gmail. Please put something in the subject line that differentiates your email from the millions of emails that I ignore on a daily basis. I try really hard to, but I have thousands. Like, I so need to go in and delete stuff, but I have thousands of stupid emails that don't mean anything to me. I'm very bad with that. Yes, I'm very bad with messages. Well, you guys have to understand that I get a lot of messages a day. A lot. And I love you all, and I really do try to get back to you. And there are days that I just go through and, start checking emails, start checking messages and stuff. But it takes me a while sometimes to get to them. I probably get messages, like Facebook Messenger messages, from about 50 people a day. So, like, a lot. So sometimes if yours message goes down towards the bottom and I forget that it's there, and then I gotta scroll way down, it gets, that's why it takes sometimes a little while for me to get back to you. I promise you it's not because I'm ignoring you. I promise. I just am bad about having the time to really sit and go through them. And then usually when I sit and go through them, Peter will be like, hello, we're supposed to be here. Are you paying attention? Yes, I am. What? 80,000? I think I have 250,000. I'm not kidding. I think I have that many. I'm afraid to open up my emails. I haven't deleted emails, like, really in a long time. I think I have. Wait, how many do I have? Hold on. I'm opening it up just so I can say. I'm not deleting them. Not right now. I'm not. 29,000. 29,505. So I'm better than you. I apparently only have 29,000. I thought it was 250,000. Gmail or archive versus delete if you're not careful. Yeah, I know. I'm terrible. I sent you how to make candles out of Crisco and coconut oil. Ooh, that's cool. I know I do. I know. Yes, please. I'm telling you for real. If I tell you, I know I so need a personal assistant. Boss man, could I have a personal assistant? Yes. If I said I was going to get back to you, please do not hesitate to say to me, "Hey, check your emails." Amanda did, and I don't take it personally. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I will get," and it doesn't mean I don't like you. I promise. It just means I'm a squirrel. There's a reason they call me Mama Squirrel, and it happens. Bob is my personal assistant. Yes, right. Yes. Yes. I thought, yes, you admins are, you are my brain. I love my admins because they are all like my little personal assistants. They all try to help me out with stuff. They are wonderful. You all know I love my admins. All right, guys, I'm going to get going then. I truly hope that all of you can come. I hope we get 150 people. That would be fabulous. I would love to have that many. That would be awesome. And we totally would grow from there. If you are planning on coming, please start to make your plans because we're going to start to really figure out how many we're going to have by the end of March. Really, I want a pretty good number of how many we're planning on having. That doesn't mean you can't come if, last minute. We had last minute people that said, hey, I think I can come finally, and it's, 2 days from now. That's okay. But we want a decent number. Yeah, so people who are doing classes, and we can kind of figure out what we need to do. Mark the event page. Yes, so we can plan on facilities. Exactly. Please, please, please. All right. I love you guys to death. Keep an eye on the event page. Keep an eye on the Facebook group. And we will be having our first planning meeting very, very soon. Like within the next week and a half, 2 weeks. Okay? I love you guys. Good night.